This is a live look at David Booth Memorial Stadium in Lawrence, Kansas. We will find out a whole lot more about these teams as Week 1 showdown here on EA Sports College Football. And it's the Thunderbirds will put boot to leather, and this will be the start of a new season. From inside the 10, here he comes. Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. Two running backs alongside the quarterback. Looking downfield, it's Jenkins. They're working that left side. Runs through a man. He might have space. Knowing that your man can make the catch against his defender, that wasn't a big play, but it can set you up down the line to be able to take advantage.
Yes, get it to him as fast as I can. When I see him open, he runs the little hitch, get it to him so he can make a little bit of yards after the catch, and eventually that little gain, he's going to bust one of those with his athletic ability.
Come on, defense, what are we doing? I mean, you can't miss this guy. He's like literally the biggest dude on the field. That time, completely wide open. That's way too easy for the offense. He caught the football. There was nobody even near him. Someone on defense has to locate this guy. They've got to communicate to each other if they're passing off in coverage. You can't let that guy be that wide open.
Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. First carry of the season for this transfer. And they make the stop, and that will likely bring us to the end of the first quarter. Defense has dominated the early part of this game, and the stats point that out emphatically. Had a chance to talk it over during the break, and they'll start with second down. From the red zone, it's Edwards. Maybe got enough space, and he runs it in for a score. Touchdown, Jayhawks. Getting set for the extra point after putting the scoreboard to work for the first time. And the extra point is good, and it's 7-0. They put together a 5-play, 75-yard drive. And they finished it off with an exclamation point, running it in from the 19. And the returner will be brought down. Now the Thunderbirds offense gets to come out for its first possession of the game. And here comes the junior running back. They want him to take care of the ball, do the dirty work, be good in pass pro, and make plays when he has a chance. Jackson gonna throw it. Got out of trouble, got rid of it. Intercepted, and the defense has set him up. Taking it the other way. And with the interception, he'll take it all the way back. Touchdown, Rock Chalk.
Well, this is absolutely domination early by this team. We've seen the early touchdown. And David, how about the defense now coming up with the massive pick six? And all of a sudden, their opponent is completely reeling, and we just barely started this game.
Man, just started the game, and all the momentum swings to one side, and now you got to find a way on this possession. You got to get the football back, and you got to do something with it. You got to get some of this momentum little by little, but so far, this is a dreaded start.
First play of the drive, wants to throw. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. To the air on second down. Finds his target down the middle. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down. Halftime as both teams head into the locker room. We're looking forward to a terrific second half, but before that, let's check in with Kevin Connors. Just about set to get this second half underway. On the move from inside his 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. First snap of this drive will come from their own 17. Looks as if the defense was a little too eager there, got into the neutral zone, and that'll be a 5-yard penalty. Defense a little too eager, and that's an encroachment penalty, 5 yards for the offense. Bunch formation for these receivers. Out of the gun, they'll run it inside. He's stuffed after picking up 1 to the 23. The Thunderbirds with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Jackson will throw. Here's the pressure. And he's sacked. Great work there by this defense.
This offense has to do a better job protecting their quarterback. They're already down 2 possessions. You know the pass has to come at some point, but they got to keep him clean. They can't get behind the sticks consistently. They've got to start to narrow this gap.
They make the stop, but he'll have enough yardage for a first down. And it's the Thunderbirds come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Off the play fake on first down. And the rush will get to him at the 25. As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. The play action fake. It falls incomplete and will change ends of the field to get things started back up. We've reached the break, and Kansas has the lead. They've built a comfortable lead after 3 quarters of play. Let's take a look at how we got here. Probably the toughest call on the play sheet. 3rd and long, ball's at the 25. Oh, and he took a shot as he threw that one away. All right, let me jump in here. They are going to go for it on 4th down, and I'm not sure they have much choice in this situation. He's taking a deep shot. Oh, he dropped it. Just didn't look it all the way in, and they'll turn it over on downs. The decision to go for it does not pan out. Let's go down to the sideline and Holly.
Hey guys, checking in from the Kansas sideline. Things are starting to get pretty emotional. As you know, this head coach coaching for his home team, his first game as the head guy, and this will mean so much to him. His offense, though, just has to finish it off with a big lead in the 4th. Can they get the first home win ever for this coach who's given so much of his heart and soul to this program? Back to you guys.
Holly, thank you. He's brought down at the 7-yard line, and they are threatening to take it in. Trying to save time on defense, they use their 2nd timeout. And they'll still have 1 timeout left at their disposal. Touchdown, Kansas! The offense cashing it in on that drive.
And this offense continuing to put up points. This game's out of reach. You know you're going to win, but still throwing the football, still finding that connection. I imagine there'll be some salty handshakes at the end of this game.
Returner's going to try to see what he can get. Just able to get out to the 18-yard line on the return before he's stopped. They'll start this drive from the 18-yard line. Jackson going to throw it. Bringing the heat. Chucked it away just as he was hit.
And this defense has put a game together. Like, it is hard to put all the facets of defense together. Run defense, pass defense. They've been so good, man. Dialed in. You could tell they were ready. They were fast. They were...
And that defense gets to him, and down he goes at the 9. Now they've got to hustle to the line and get set. On 3rd and long, no secret what he needs here. On the move, he fires. He's got an open man. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks. The Thunderbirds peeled off a huge chunk of yardage through the air and now back to the line. 1 more play to pad the stats. Ready, go. 2nd down, they'll go to the air. He wants a big play here late. Interception, and things are going from bad to worse. And he's down, and this game will end on a turnover. They get a big win here and start the season on a positive note.
You got to love that as the players. You come out,
Two schools has been a clash in the middle of the country that's been a contest played since before the 20th century. And believe me, in rivalries like this one, the wrongs from games played in 1891 are being discussed as we get ready for what's in store. Early season momentum at stake here as we have a Week 2 clash here on EA Sports College Football. They'll snap it with a minute to play here in the opening stanza. Here's Hardy to begin the drive. Gets it across the 30 to the 31, a pickup of 5. Got 6 on first down, now a lot of options on 2nd and 4. They'll go right back to him. Finds enough room to get 3 out to the 34. It's 3rd down from their own 34 as they try to keep the drive moving. They'll try to run it in with Hardy. And he's brought down, but the defender got a face full of stiff arm before he picked up that first down. The Tigers come to the line with a new set of downs. Off the left side, it's Hardy. Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10. Austin Simmons, the play fake. Unloads to the right. He is lucky to get that one back, and the last thing you want is to turn it over on your opening drive. They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. Lined up in the gun, here's Simmons. Plucks it out of the air. Still on his feet at the 45. Oh, there's an alley on the left. Touchdown, Tigers. He got loose, and it was lights out after that.
This coaching staff was trying to identify playmakers on offense early this year. How about the start of the season this guy has had? Scored in their first game. He scored early in this one. Defenses up to this point don't have any answers for this guy.
And he made the extra point without problem. Coming out with it, it's Parker. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. So Kansas offense takes the field for the first time in this game. And there he is, this senior wide receiver. He's a good route runner, good solid hands, and a big part of this passing attack.
And man, this guy is fun to watch. You do not want to take a bathroom break. Sit in your seat when this offense has the ball, because at any point in time, this receiver can make the unbelievable.
And he's feeling the heat, and he will go down. Final play of the first quarter, and not the way he wanted to end it. So 2nd down here as we're back at it after the break. Looking downfield, it's Jenkins. Makes the catch. It's McMillan. The Tigers will call a timeout. That's their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half.
It's definitely the wide receiver's job to create space, right? So whether you're running a go or you're running a hitch like this right here, I got to find a way to push off legally or just create a little bit of space to get some positive yards.
Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have held on. The Jayhawks will punt it away on 4th down. Takes it on the return. He'll get it up to about the 44-yard line before they slam the brakes on him. Here we go. They'll try to get something on the board here in the final minute of the first half. Simmons. Quickly to the tight end. And they pick up just a few on that completion. And the Tigers want to move quickly. 2nd down, he'll throw it. Here's a hit. They got him. Great pressure by this defense. Timeout on the field. Missouri calls it second. And they'll still have one in their pocket for what's left in this first half. Lined up in the gun. Here's Simmons on third. And the pressure is coming in, and they get him again. Now we get a timeout called by the Jayhawks. It's their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. Makes the catch. Wants to make a move upfield. Makes a move. Coverage team gets the job done, and they'll mark him down at the 38-yard line. Waning seconds of the first half. Let's see just how aggressive they'll be. Off the play fake. Gonna let it fly. Can't make the connection. Incomplete pass, and 1 second remains.
This is going to be a tough situation for the offense here. Late in the first half, they're trying to find a way to generate some points before going into the locker room, but the defense is ready for it. So the windows are not going to be very big, especially when you're trying to attack vertically like they did on that last one. Downfield completions are going to be tough to come by.
First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update. They're lined up and ready to kick off this second half. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Brings a return out across the 25. Gets a couple of extra yards. He's stopped at the 27-yard line. This drive will start at their own 27-yard line. Going to the run to start this second half. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play.
Now, you want to be a great run defense, your DBs have to be great tacklers. And I love the way he comes up, sees the run. I know he makes the money in the back end covering passes, but when you get a guy that can fly up and make tackles, man, does your defense go to a different level.
Somebody needs to make a play here. It's 3rd and long from the 26. Throws to the tight end. Another incompletion on 3rd down.
And man, that's another drive for this offense where it's frustration.
Guys, look at this. They're going to gamble and go for it here on 4th and long. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Escapes the pressure to his right. First down and more. At midfield, he's got room. Into enemy territory and out of bounds at the 48. And the Jayhawks will have it 1st and 10. To throw, it's Jenkins. A safe call on the wide receiver screen. First catch of the season for this highly touted wide receiver, and man, their fans have been hungry to see that. The Jayhawks with myriad options after that big pickup on 1st down. Caught near the sticks. It's Cook. He steps out of bounds, and that'll be the end of quarter number 3. They've got a first down here. What a start it's been to this season. We've got a great game here. Close ball game, 4th quarter. Couldn't ask for anything more. Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance.
Well, I know it hasn't been a tremendous day statistically for this quarterback, but his decision-making has been good enough to win this game. Hasn't thrown a lot of TDs so far, but when things aren't open, he throws it away like on that play right there. He's not putting his team in a bad spot, and that's why they still have a shot to walk out of here with a W.
Most important part of a clutch drive, piece together some first downs, get in position, and here they are on 1st and 10. Breaks into the open. He'll go out of bounds, and he steps out right at the 8-yard line, and this offense is in business. And guys, if they can somehow, some way find their way into the end zone, we'll have a tie game in the 4th. He bullies his way all the way down to the 5-yard line. Now on 2nd and goal. Back to throw, and he needs to make a play. And he's got it. He's got it for a touchdown. And here in the final minute, they're a single point behind.
Man, great execution. That is how it's done late in the football game. Now, all you need is that extra point. bring the kicker out there. This is what you do, just like practice. Knock it through the uprights, tie this football game, and we might be looking at overtime soon.
Tackled and brought down at the 23-yard line, so not a whole lot of room on that return. Opening play of this drive will come from their own 23. The give to Hardy. Pushes ahead for one. It's 2nd and 9.
A lot of times you see these defenses, man, they pull the run blitzes. They understand the formations. It might be a run, play the percentages, and then you got to deal with the big defensive tackle inside. So more bodies near the line of scrimmage. Everybody's got to pick him up, but they didn't block the most important guy, the big fella right in the middle.
They're lining up in the Wildcat. Let's see what they have dialed up for this one. On the direct snap, it's Marshall. Brought down after a good pickup, and they're in the red zone at the 20. So they come to the line, and the Wildcat going to give them a different look. Direct snap. Finds his big tight end. Runs through, man. He might have some space. That completion gets them inside the 10, and the defense is running out of room to defend. Here comes 1st and goal as they try to strike here in overtime. They'll try to get it in with the run. Nothing doing, and he was lucky to get back to the line of scrimmage. It's 2nd and goal. Looking to throw, it's Jenkins. Unleashes to the end zone. Touchdown, Mark Choke Jayhawk. They strike first in overtime. The all-important extra point would push this lead to 7. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7.
One of the areas they really focused on with this receiver in the offseason was we need you to make more plays for us in the end zone. When we're taking shots, we need you to be able to step up and make tough catches. And David, what a grab right there.
And I think a lot of that has to do with trusting your guy, knowing where he's going to be, knowing when he's going to sit down, when he's not. So being on the same page, and then having a guy that can go get it. Just when the ball is near him, he's going to make the play, just like he did right there for 6 points.
1st and goal, down a touchdown. They have to get it in the end zone. Throwing Simmons. Got his man on the right. He's all the way down to the 2-yard line. Just spectacular execution there. Now the offense tries to punch it in on 2nd and goal. They'll run it with Hardy. And he gets nothing. And this defense is not giving an inch right on the goal line. 3rd and goal here in overtime, and they need a touchdown. On 3rd down, here's Hardy. That defensive front just flat whipped him as they knock him down for a big loss. Defense gets a stop. It's over. 4th and goal. Simmons to throw for it on 4th. Trying to find the end zone. And they get it down. Short of 1st down marker. And we can rock and chalk this one up to a Kansas victory and a waving of the wheat in this border war rivalry. That's going to do it for us here. For David Pollock, Jesse Palmer, and Holly Rowe, I'm Reese Davis. This has been... This is a live look at David Booth Memorial Stadium in Lawrence, Kansas. And the Sun Devils ready to put toe to leather, and here we go. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. So the Kansas Jayhawks offense will take the field first. And there he is, this senior wide receiver. He is a guy who is reliable and can be dangerous if he gets a chance.
And man, this guy is fun to watch. You do not want to take a bathroom break. Sit in your seat when this offense has the ball, because at any point in time, this receiver can make the unbelievable highlight catch, David. His catch radius is as good as there is in all of college football. He has an unbelievable ability to just reel it in, and we just expect it to happen today.
It's just a knack, and it's almost like every...
Makes the catch, and he's free. Ripping through the defense. Down inside the 35. Stopped him at the 34, and what an electrifying play. So that big play changes the complexion of things. It's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Might have led him a little too far. He's able to make the catch, but can't get... And let's hold on just a minute here as the officials are going to have a second look. And you know the standard is indisputable video evidence, and the officials will change the call. And the Jayhawks will snap it on 1st and 10. Might have a chance. Big time run on that one as he goes out of bounds right at the 10. Now the offense trying to operate in the red zone. They're going to go right back to him on 1st down. He works his way ever closer all the way down to the 1-yard line. Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the 1st down without getting it into the end zone. Wide receiver going in motion. The run inside. It's Edwards. And he charges across the line. Touchdown, Jayhawks. Setting up for the extra point after the first score of the game. And the extra point makes it 7-0. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And they capped it off with a 1-yard plunge. He'll bring it out. It's Mack. Stopped at the 17, and he's probably second-guessing that return. So Arizona State's offense coming onto the field, and we'll get our first look at them in this one. And, David, their quarterback hasn't always blown you away statistically, but he is a guy that the coaches trust.
Yeah, and he'll show you some flashes of why you should trust him, Reese. But here's the thing. This is not a guy that we're saying, go win me the football game. That's not where he's at right now in his career. Jesse, he's a guy that needs the others. They got to help him out. They got to play on schedule, not make those mistakes, and guys really play well around him.
Yeah, David, the one thing quarterbacks don't want to be referred to as is a game manager, but that's really more what this guy is. You're right. They have to be able to run the football. They can't turn it over. They got to play great defense. If they do that in this game, he's good enough to get this win.
What a job to lay out and make the catch. Timeout taken by the Sun Devils, their first of 3. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. Looking to throw, it's Bowling. Takes the easy completion. Oh, he's got some space. And that's where they'll mark him, but a chunk play and they pick up a 1st down. There's timeout on the field. Arizona State calls it second. And they'll still have 1 in their pocket for what's left in this first half. Incomplete. He had to get rid of it before he wanted to. The defense put the heat on. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. Got it in the middle. It's Miller. Still running at the 40. Now the Sun Devils calling their 3rd and final timeout. And they won't be able to stop the clock again for the remainder of this half. To the air on 1st down. He puts a lot of air under it down the sideline. And it's picked off at the goal line. That's one way to make a stop. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
That's a great job by this defense, doing something that you haven't been able to do to this quarterback. We talked about him early in the game. Like, this guy is a baller. He's got his team playing so well. Nice job reading his eyes, seeing where he's going with the football, getting the first pick off of him. This is not normal. He doesn't make a lot of mistakes. So great sign early for this defense, forcing the turnover.
They'll move the tight end. Takes this handoff and headed to the right. He's past the 30. They get him on the ground late in the half. They have the 1st down at the 41.
Yeah, I tell you what, I'm always keeping track as a defensive coordinator of where they're running the football. You can see they ran it to the right. Do they like this matchup? Is the right side of their offensive line really good? I'm going to be paying attention to that because that's a big game. I got to make sure I shut this down the next time they run it.
They get him down at the 36. It will be a first down. Clock winding towards 0. They'll get one more snap off. Looking for a gap. It's Edwards. They'll knock him down, and that'll take us to halftime. And they head to the locker room. 2 quarters in the books, and time for us now to check in with Kevin Connors in our EA Sports College Football studio with scores from around the country. The returner will field it and try to set up his offense in great field position. They'll corral him and get him down at the 17-yard line on the return. They'll get this drive going from the 17. Back to pass, it's Bowley. Under fire. Just gets rid of it before the heat. And that one falls incomplete. They tried to go over the top on first down. Second down coming up. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Looking to fire. That's caught. It's Harris.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly, and that's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Finds his big tight end. They make the stop about 4 yards short of the first down. The Sun Devils will send out the punt unit. The punters have had the day off up to this point, first one of the game. Fair catch is signaled and made, and they'll go to work from the 27-yard line. Let's see if they can put together a drive starting from their own 28. Gets the back moving. He wastes no time and comes out throwing. Unloads to the wideout. Finds a man in the middle. Knocked down at the 44, but he got 15 on that one. Timeout taken by the Sun Devils, their first of 3. And that will leave them with just 2 timeouts to use the rest of the way. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. Touchdown, Rock Chump! Made the grab and then did the rest himself, and they put points on the board. And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. Aggressive play calling on that drive. Just 2 plays, they get the long touchdown pass to pay it off. He'll start the return inside his 5. There to make the tackle, and with that, we'll head to the 4th quarter. One more period to go, and we'll see just how much fight they've got left in them. So first down will open up the final period. Back to throw, it's Bowley. Makes the catch. Boy, that was a precision play all the way around. Throw, catch, tackle, bang, bang, bang.
And defensively, this is exactly what you want, right? You got the big lead, so you can play big zone coverages. Just keep the ball in front of you. Keep your eye on the quarterback, rally to the football, gang tackle, and you're going to win this game.
They'll hurry to the line with the clock still running. He's going to look for a man on 3rd and short. Just threw that one away to avoid disaster. And guys, hold that thought just a second, because here comes the 4th down play. If they don't get it here, this one is probably over. Keep it on the ground, it's Brown. And he's not even going to come close to the marker on 4th down.
Man, you cannot say enough about this defense. The whole game, start to finish, playing so good, limiting big plays, doing everything they needed to do, Palmer, to get the shutout, and most importantly, finish the game right here.
You know, this defense is different, David, I think in a lot of ways. This is their goal every game, and this is what they expect. They hold themselves to this standard. Players were telling us this week, we expect to go into each and every game and not allow any points. But to do it in this one, in this type...
Touchdown, Kansas! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. They tack a little more onto this lead, and they're on their way to a 3-0 start.
And they just keep piling on the points. We've seen in big moments in this game, they have been able to step up and deliver, particularly on offense. Very impressive performance.
And they'll haul down the returner to start us on the next drive. 90 yards in front of them as they start the drive at their own 10. They'll send the back in motion. To the air, it's Bowling. Grabbed in the middle, it's Harris. Makes the grab, but not quite enough for the first down, but a good gain on that play. And they'll spike the ball to try to save as much time as they can. And here we go, final play of the game right here. On 3rd and short, they'll try to convert through the air. And the pass falls to the ground, and the ball game is over. Winning. This is a live look at David Booth Memorial Stadium in Lawrence, Kansas. The Jayhawks headed toward the ball, and we are ready for action. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. The Blue Raiders offense will go on the attack first. Last time we saw these guys, they came out firing. They were up to any challenge offered by the secondary. Any suggestions on how to prevent that from happening again this week, David?
And it's tough to have that great of a QB and that great of a wide receiver, but you definitely have to be physical at the line of scrimmage. Jam him. Mess up the timing. Their chemistry and timing with this elite QB and elite receiver is really good. Jesse, I got to mess it up somehow.
And you just have to take calculated risks, right? Every defensive coordinator wants to be aggressive, and you want to press them and play press man, but you can only do it a handful of times because you know in this game, when the quarterback sees that isolated matchup, there is no question he's going to take a shot deep down the field to that guy.
Had it right in his hands in the middle of the field, and it trickled to the ground. It'll be 4th down. Gets the first one of the day out of there. He ought to be fresh. They only used him twice in that victory last week. Gives him the big stiff arm. He'll be guided out of bounds, but not before a nifty return on that one. The Jayhawks offense will now get its first chance with the football. And there he is, this senior wide receiver. He's a good route runner, good solid hands, and a big part of this passing attack.
And there was times during the week where we were texting. We have a group text for these games every single week, and we talk about different guys. And this receiver, we were like, is the tape in fast motion? Like, this dude is flying out wide. Like, this is a guy that legit has that take the top off the defense speed, elite speed. Palmer, this is a guy that defenses, and talking to the coaches, they are extremely worried about.
Yeah, the D coordinator in this game told us he just hasn't slept much this week, knowing how fast this guy is and just how he can score any given play. And they've got to do a really good job in this one communicating, understanding where he is, but making sure there is at least one safety playing deep, because you know this guy is going to get his opportunities deep down the field.
Let's see if the offenses can find a little rhythm here in the second. So they'll go back to work after changing into the field. Dropping back, it's Jenkins. Looking to the big tight end. Got a man in the middle.
And look, defenses obviously have to play man coverage in different situations of the game, but you got to wonder if this defense wants to keep playing man after giving up that big play.
They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play.
Great job by the defense. Everybody firing off the ball, hitting their guys, holding their gaps.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. They go right back to it. There's some room. Nice pickup on the ground there, and they'll move the sticks with the first down. And the Jayhawks come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Looking to throw on first down. Ball is incomplete, but I believe this is going to be a penalty on the defense. So given where the line of scrimmage was on that last play, the pass interference penalty in the end zone will put the ball at the 2. They're going to run it. And he breaks the play. Touchdown, Rock Chalk Jayhawk.
And the offense breaks the tie, takes the lead, gains some momentum. How big is this, Palmer, now going into the half with the lead, with the momentum?
Well, they break the tie, but they also break their confidence a little bit now. The opponent now has to go into the locker room probably down, and they're wondering, what adjustments do we have to make? What do we have to fix? Because we've got our work cut out for us in this game.
Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Takes a handoff. It's Martin. Picked up a few on that run, but this defense able to keep him contained here late in the half. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin and our halftime update.
From our gorgeous Orlando studios, it's the Week 5 edition of the EA Sports College Football Update Show. We begin with a look at North Carolina in their matchup against the number 2 team, the Notre Dame Fighting Irish.
Fielded in the end zone. It's Parker. He'll be stopped short of the 20-yard line on the return. They'll mark him at the 19. This drive will start from the 19-yard line. Coming out on first down with the play fake. Caught in the backfield. It's Pickett. Hit and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. The defense uses a timeout. That's their first. And that will leave them with just 2 timeouts to use the rest of the way. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. Buys a little time. He'll get rid of it. Catch in the middle. It's McMillan. Trying to save time on defense, they use their second timeout. And they'll have to be very judicious as they only have 1 timeout remaining. Ball is at the 35. It's 1st and 10. Dropping back, it's Jenkins. Fires to the wideout. Got a man, it's McMillan. And perhaps a touchdown-saving tackle as they gets him down at the 37. Wanting to stop the clock on defense, they use their 3rd and final timeout. And now there will be no more timeouts for them to use the rest of the way. They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the first down.
Wow. 4 plays on this drive by the offense. They already got 3 first downs. We knew they had a lot of playmakers coming into this game, and they're showing that right now. This defense is going to have to make a play.
Headed to the end zone. Touchdown, Jayhawks. And they take it in for 6 more points.
You know, this guy's had a big role in this offense this year, especially when they get down close to the end zone. That's his 5th rushing touchdown on the year. He's been a factor for these guys offensively.
And he takes this from inside the 5. And the coverage team gets the returner on the ground. First snap of this drive will come from inside the 15 at their own 14-yard line. They'll start on the ground with Brown. Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10. As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. Off play action. Rushes on him. And down he goes. The defense bringing the heat. That's the end of the quarter. Kansas has the lead here. And they are starting to pull away as we come to the end of the 3rd quarter. Let's take a look at how we got here. On 3rd and long, you'll need to push it downfield. And that'll be incomplete. They certainly weren't afraid to take a shot there, and now it's 4th down. All right, let me jump in here. They are going to go for it on 4th down, and I'm not sure they have much choice in this situation. Here's a throw downfield late. Picked off. What a play to set him up. Trying to take it back. He's out of bounds, and the interception will seal it, and they'll go home with the victory.
And that's kind of what this offense has done all day. They have struggled. They haven't gotten a rhythm. They haven't found a way to get points on the scoreboard. And late in this game, when your defense and your team really needed it the most, Palmer, they throw the INT.
And it's a microcosm, too, of just how dominant the defense has been. They've always been a step ahead. They've been the more physical side, and they've been making plays on the back end. That interception should seal this thing.
They weren't able to get that one off. It'll be a delay of game. Offense took a little bit too much time at the line there. Well, that's just a foolish penalty. You can't lose track of the play clock that close to the goal line, but still first and goal. They're going to take another delay of game penalty. You just can't have these types of mistakes. So frustrating to see an offense lose track of the play clock and pick up a penalty like that. And guys, that one's just on the quarterback. You have to know where the play clock is and get the snap off in time. Touchdown, Rock Chalk! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. They give themselves a little more cushion as they try to reel off their 4th straight win.
And with that TD, this team looking to go 4-0. Just how you want to start a season, man. They've done an unbelievable job answering all the questions, starting off the year just how you want to. Now, keep it going. Keep that momentum. Don't relax. What a start to the season.
They'll crank up this drive with the pass. Working that left side now. How about the power there to get it across the 20 and up to the 21-yard line? Sprinting to the line to try to get this one off. Clock's running. Wants to fire on 2nd down. Oh, they're after him. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down. And now let's see if the offense can bail itself out after the 2nd down misfire. Pressure coming. He picks up the fumble, but they'll blow it dead right there. And remember, at this stage of the game, the only person who can advance a fumble for the offense is the fumbler. All business today for this ball club. They come out and they get... Glad to have you along from Rice-Eccles Stadium in Salt Lake City. Saturday afternoon's the perfect setting for a game like this. The Jayhawks ready to kick it away first. And he's going to bring it out. Tackled and brought down right at the 20-yard line. Good coverage there. So the Utah Utes offense will have the opening possession of the game. And out to lead this offense is Devin Dampier, one of the better quarterbacks in the country, a lot of talent and the ability to elevate his team.
And this was a matchup that so many of us had circled at the start of the year, David, because of this quarterback versus defense matchup, right? One of the best in the game, accurate, good timing, makes good decisions, but going up against the defense that has so much speed and playmaking ability as well. This is kind of one of those barometer games early where you're really going to find out about these two teams and these players specifically.
Yeah, and when you look at the quarterback specifically, man, like, I can't wait to watch him try to solve some of these puzzles because this defense, they present all kind of challenges all across the board. So how do you continually win? How does he handle adversity? Because he's going to get some with this defense. You're not going to win every single play. So tremendous challenge, tremendous chess match, this QB versus a really good D.
They punt it away on 4th down. Cradles it at the 35. They'll put a stop to that return as he gets it up to the 41-yard line. So Kansas offense will come out to go on the attack for the first time. And there he is, this senior wide receiver. He is a guy who is reliable and can be dangerous if he gets a chance.
And there was times during the week where we were texting. We have a group text for these games every single week, and we talk about different guys. And this receiver, we were like, is the tape in fast motion? Like, this dude is flying out wide. Like, this is a guy that legit had...
Snagged it, and there's running room. Slippery slide, find his way and ran away from the crowd into the end zone. Touchdown, Kansas. And the PAT makes it 7-0. Quick strike touchdown comes out and jump-starts the offense.
And, man, we see this in college football, so much explosiveness and firepower, and we get high-scoring game after high-scoring game, and it looks like we're on pace for one of those right now.
I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. Plenty of time for one more snap before the end of the quarter. Complete to start this drive. They stop him in his tracks, and they'll head to the other side of the field. We've reached the break, and Kansas has the lead. And we've reached the end of one. Before we move on, let's take a look at our stats so far. Off the RPO, complete. Could not make his way to the corner. You make up the game plan and not a lot on the play sheet for this. 3rd and long from inside their own 20. Back to pass, it's Dampier. That pass is well off target. He got hit as he was trying to throw, and they can't convert on 3rd down. The Utes line up to punt it away. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Hauls it in and looking upfield. Smashes him with the stiff arm. Stiff arm's a weapon. Coverage team able to put a stop to that return at the 42-yard line. Offense has enough time to get off a play before we head to the half. Looking downfield on 1st down. Finds his man. It's Edwards. Big play. Takes him into plus territory. He's out of bounds at the 47.
And a running back who can take a dump-off pass like that and take it for a gain, that can really be a quarterback's best friend. It's an easy way to rack up touches, but also get the ball to your playmaker in open space.
He's looking deep. Incomplete. He took a shot on the final play of the quarter and couldn't quite find his man. And we are headed to halftime. Both squads headed into the locker room to make some adjustments. Gives us an opportunity to check in with Kevin Connors in our EA Sports College Football Studio Update. On the run from inside his own 5. And the return man showing great vision to be able to find some space and put his team in much better field position. The Jayhawks rock out to start this drive. They'll christen this drive from the 28-yard line. Looking to throw on 1st down. Fires to the middle. Almost had the completion, just missed it. Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. Wants to throw, it's Jenkins. With the catch, it's Cox. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that 1st down marker. The mighty Utah student section alive and bringing the noise on 3rd down. Got his man. And he's to the 48-yard line. That'll be good enough for a 1st down. Timeout called by the Utes. That's their 1st. And that will leave them with just 2 timeouts to use the rest of the way. Pickup of 5. It's now 2nd and 5. Utah now calls a timeout. They'll have 1 left. And they'll have to be very judicious as they only have 1 timeout remaining. Kept it on the ground on 1st down. Let's see what they do on 2nd. Back to pass. Looking left. The short hands. It's Cox. At the 20, he's got space. He steps out of bounds at the 15-yard line. Big pickup on the ground, and they're rolling. Now the Utes take a timeout, and they don't have any more left. And now there will be no more timeouts for them to use the rest of the way. He's dragged down at the 12 as they try to cash in on this red zone opportunity. It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Touchdown, Jayhawks! And they take it in for 6 more points. That's the kind of skill that makes guys stars. The improvisational skills, the blinding speed, the ability to make the big play and make defenses look silly.
Just straight silly. I mean, what do you want me to do? You put a guy that's that athletic, that fast at the quarterback spot. Now you're telling me to defend the run, defend the pass, defend the scrambles. I mean, goodness gracious. I don't know what you want a defense to do. There's no stopping that guy.
This should be the last play of the quarter. They'll start on the ground with Wayshawn Parker. They'll bring him down in the final seconds of the quarter, and that will likely wrap up this period. Just watching the clock drain away in this one, it's all but in the books. Let's take a look at the top 25, and this game might have an impact on these rankings next week. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. It'll be second down as we open the final stanza. Dropping back, it's Dampier. They've got the screen set up. And that one looked great on the grease board, but when they blow it up like that, the defense is going to win every time. On third and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. Pressure in his face, and he lets it fly. Good job to toss that ball out of bounds and avoid the loss. And guys, hold that thought just a second, because here comes the fourth down play. If they don't get it here, this one is probably over. Right down the middle. Incomplete on fourth down, and man, did they need to keep that drive alive. Working the sidelines, Holly Rowe. What do you have, Holly?
Hey guys, checking in from the Kansas sideline. There is a lot of excitement because this offense is outperforming a much higher-ranked team defensively. They know they've got an opportunity in this game with the lead and the ball, but they have got to play clean football right now. Right before they huddled up to take the field, the coaches are yelling, execute, execute. We'll see if they're able to make that happen and keep this lead. Back to you.
Appreciate that, Holly. Tight end now in motion. On the option. He's going to lose a yard on that one. The Sunflower State, the site of our class today, and it is poetic that today's game carries that moniker, as the matchup between these two schools is better known as the Sunflower Showdown. And the Jayhawks will kick off first, and here we go. On the move from inside his 5. And a really nice job by the kick team to get down there and make sure they limit that return. The Wildcats offense will take the field first. Last time these two rivals got together, it was K-State who rocked and chalked and destroyed the Jayhawks, winning easily.
Yeah, and I think they've heard this, and they've heard people like Reese just introduce it and just make fun of them and hear about how bad it was a year ago from their in-state rivalry. They want to get bragging rights. This is a big deal for Kansas football. It's a big stage.
They lit them up on the scoreboard, and they said, you are a basketball school, and we are the football school in state. And we're going to get an opportunity to make that point again here today.
Setting up for a 1st and 10 from the 26. Wide receiver comes in motion. Good, solid run on that one as he gets it up to the 33-yard line. And the Wildcats can really attack on this 2nd and short. Johnson wants to throw it. That one never had a chance. Incomplete. It'll be 3rd and short from their own 33. They'll try to get the first through the air. Makes the grab. He'll have enough to move the chains. It's first down at the 38. The Wildcats are moving quickly down the field. Motion from the wideout. And after the tackle, that will bring us to the end of the first quarter. We've reached the end of the first quarter, and it has been a defensive battle, and the stats tell the tale so far. First play of the period will be a 2nd down. Gives it on the option. What a tackle in the backfield. He'll lose 6 on the play. The 7th play of this opening drive will be a 3rd and long. He's looking downfield to throw. And here comes the heat, and they get home, and they get him at the 21. Now we get a timeout called by the Jayhawks. It's their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. Nestles it in at the 35. Looking for running room, he'll get it to the 43-yard line before he's stopped. So Kansas offense takes the field for the first time in this game. And there he is, this senior wide receiver. He's a good route runner, good solid hands, and a big part of this passing attack.
And man, this guy is fun to watch. You do not want to take a bathroom break. Sit in your seat when this offense has the ball, because at any point in time, this receiver can make the unbelievable highlight catch, David. His catch radius as
pressure is all over him, and he can't get it off. Down he goes, and that'll bring us to the end of the first half. Kansas State will kick off as we get things started here in the 3rd quarter. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He gets a block. He's on the loose. Just barely able to stop him. He almost housed that baby. The nice return there. That last line of coverage is the only thing that stopped him from scoring. Looking for a man. It's Jenkins. Ollie, what did you find out coming from the locker room?
The Kansas head coach told me at the half he absolutely knew this was going to be a dogfight here today. With both teams undefeated this late in the season, he understands the quality of this opponent. He told his guys in the locker room, we have to separate ourselves, and it starts now. I'll let you know how that develops here on the sidelines in the 3rd quarter. Back to you.
Thanks, Holly. Just listen to the little apple. You can hear it all the way to the big apple as they try to get the defense off the field. Guided out of bounds at the 22. A good play for this offense as they are threatening to score. Now the Wildcats call a timeout. It's their first. And that will leave them with just 2 timeouts to use the rest of the way. Through his hands and incomplete. He normally makes that catch every time. It's 2nd down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. They'll go to work in the air on 2nd down. It's complete to the left. He stopped and forced out of bounds just short of the 10-yard line. They'll mark it at the 11. Timeout taken here, 2nd one called by Kansas State. And they'll have to be very judicious as they only have 1 timeout remaining. That completion will take them inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. That timeout taken by the Wildcats is their final one. And now there will be no more timeouts for them to use the rest of the way. Touchdown, Rock Chalk Jayhawk! With that, they grab the lead here in the 2nd half. Getting ready for the extra point after the first score of the game. And he's got the extra point, and it's 7-0 to start this one. What kind of field position can he help them with on the return? He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. They'll snap it from the 20 for the opening play of this drive. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Jackson. And brought down. Looks as if that's how we'll end the third. Midway point in the season, in games like this one can have a big impact on the rankings from week to week as we see upsets happen and favorites continuing to flex muscle. Off the bootleg, wants to throw it. Fires to the tight end. Out across the 30 mark, down at the 35 after the 10-yard gain. Clock stops momentarily for the first down. They'll hurry to the line.
I know he's got the height and weight of a tight end, but man, the way he runs routes and how good he is with the ball in his hands, it just reminds you of a wide receiver. He's so athletic. This is a guy that has a basketball background in high school, and you see it pan out. Every time he has the football, he just looks like the best athlete on the field. For a big guy, very, very unique.
Johnson looking to throw. Pocket breaking down. Makes the grab. Needed to get to the 45 for the first down. Stopped a little bit short. You'd think this is the go area on fourth down. Desperate to convert, and he'll throw it. Here comes the heat. And down he goes.
And what a great play right there by the pass rush, affecting the QB's rhythm, David. He didn't have a chance to throw that on time. They forced him to scramble. Everything broke down. He tried to go get it himself, but just
could be an alley. And a good, solid pickup there before the defense knocks him down. 9-yard pickup on first down, and now they can take a shot on second and short. Right back to the well. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. So Kansas fought and clawed and scratched its way to victory in the Sunflower. This is a live look at David Booth Memorial Stadium in Lawrence, Kansas. We've reached a defining point in the season. Week 8 and a huge game here on EA Sports College Football. The Jayhawks ready to put toe to leather, and here we go. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Tackled and brought down at the 16-yard line after the return. The Bears offense will get first crack at it today. And here comes DJ Lagway. They have a lot of confidence that he can get them in the right play and make the right calls. Lagway wants to throw. Blasted as he lets it go. Picked off, and the opening drive is stuck with an interception. A tough start to the opening drive as the defense comes up with a big play.
And we knew the challenge this QB had against this defense. This is the best pass defense in the country. They do such a great job using their eyes, making plays, breaking on the football. They do a little bit of everything. And early in this football game, Palmer, the defense gets a win. Yeah,
and I think for the quarterback now, you got to turn the page, but you got to be reminding yourself, timing. Against the #1 rated pass defense, you've got to throw everything on time, and if it's not open, you get on in your progression or you throw it away or you take off, but you've got to have a plan.
Fights through the pile and picks up a couple down to the 16. And the Jayhawks come to the line on third and short, looking to keep this drive moving. Makes the grab over the middle. And they make the stop just short of the line to gain. Inches to go. It'll be fourth down. Well, they were counting on winning the one-on-one battle. They got the completion, but the yardage didn't work out.
Yeah, and a lot of times, man, that's what I do on short yardage situation. Third and short, make my guy fall forward for a couple yards, try to get the first down, but it was a good tackle, and the receiver got absolutely nowhere after the catch.
He steps out of bounds, but he's got a first down on the play. So after the break, they'll go back to work. It has been all defense all the time in the early going as we wrap up the first quarter, and the stats certainly reflect that. Back to throw, it's Jenkins. Going for 6. Broken up, incomplete, and nearly intercepted in the end zone. It'll be second down. It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. They'll send the tight end in motion. Flips it out in the flat. He's brought down, but he went backwards after that completion, not the way they had it drawn up.
I like the play call on offense. I like you trying to get the running back involved in the pass game, too. Defense was ready for that one. Let's see what you've got dialed up on third.
Caught. He did everything he could to find enough running room, but he'll be stopped about 3 yards short of the first down marker. It's fourth down. The Bears call a timeout. That'll be their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. No good. Kicker couldn't quite get it through, and the scoreboard remains the same. Just over 30 seconds to play here in the first half as they take over 1st and 10. Here's Lagway to pass. Catch in the middle, it's Porter.
I think really good wide receivers do a good job of making every route kind of look the same. You could tell this looked like a vertical route. So if I'm a DB, I'm bailing, and all of a sudden he sits that hitch down. Nice job by the wide receiver, creating enough separation to create a positive gain.
We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Guys, kind of the unofficial halfway point of the season. Week 8 and another exciting update from the EA Sports Desk. We begin with the Ole Miss Rebels taking on the number 4 team, the Texas Longhorns.
Fielded in the end zone, it's Parker. He gets across the 20 and out to the 21-yard line before he's stopped right there. They come to the line for the first play of the drive, snapping it from the 21. Looking to throw, it's Jenkins. Got a man, it's Edwards. He moves the chains, and they'll mark the ball at the 33. Sometimes it's not about a fancy play design. It's about just getting him the ball and letting him play.
Especially nowadays with running backs being so good out of the backfield. You know they're going to catch it, and there's so many ways to use them. But exactly, get it to him, let him break tackles, let him make plays. Easy decision.
Grabbed over the middle. It's Pickett. A quick tackle made, but he's got plenty for the first down. The Jayhawks come to the line with a new set of downs. Now he's going to break the pocket. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down.
This offense hasn't been able to generate a lot of points in this one. Here in the third quarter, you're seeing the defense and how much pride they take on being physical. It's not just stopping the run. Guys in the back end flying to the football in the air, getting hits on guys, that time on the receiver, knocking it loose.
It'll be 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a 4th down.
You sort of get the feeling here in the second half with the game.
Guys, look at this. A surprise. They're going to gamble and go for it here on 4th down. Now adjusting. Now he's looking into the middle. Downfield and incomplete. The defense holds.
Great job by the defense there. They were not caught off guard in that situation on the field. This offense might decide to go for it on 4th down. They're going to make the play. Their offense now takes over. And if I'm the play caller here, I am taking a shot. In a sudden change situation, let me see if I can throw one deep and make this team pay for not getting that 4th down.
Midway point in the season, and games like this one can have a big impact on the rankings from week to week as we see upsets happen and favorites continuing to flex muscle. The pull and throw off the RPO. Great job on the containment and the tackling. They stop him for no gain. IndyCar tempo as they head to the line for this 3rd down play. Clock running. Oh, look out, the ball's free. He picks up the fumble, but they'll blow it dead right right there. And remember, at this stage of the game, the only person who can advance a fumble for the offense is the fumbler. Now we get a timeout called by the Jayhawks. It's their first. And they'll still have 2 timeouts left for the rest of this game. Found a little running room on that one. Picked up some nice blocks before he's run out of bounds. Kansas gets the ball back, and the Jayhawk offense is ready to go to work. This one is about finding the balance between being aggressive and not being reckless, Jesse.
The only way this thing works, though, if they're going to be aggressive, this offensive line has got to be able to hold up here for this QB.
Yeah, because you need to take shots beyond the sticks so the clock will stop and you can save every second you have.
Decent field position to start this drive from their own 33. Looking to pass, it's Jenkins. They've avoided the interception all day, but they're lucky to get that one back here late. It'll be second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Wants to pass, and he's got to make a play. Lofts one high and deep. And he's got it inside the 30-yard line.
That's what's so scary about this offense. They've got guys in the perimeter that can change the game in one single play, and you saw it right there. Too much speed on the perimeter to create that explosive play.
And the incomplete pass was just too hot to handle.
Hey, this offense has been a struggle bus. I mean, just call it like it is, guys. It hasn't been good, especially the passing game. And I'll tell you what, QB's play.
Fires deep toward the end zone. Touchdown, Rock Chop! And they grab the advantage, taking the lead here in the fourth. They get set for the point after as we have the first score of the game. The extra point is good, and now in the fourth, they're up by a touchdown and an extra point. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And the score comes on a touchdown pass covering 28 yards. And that was not what they had in mind as the kickoff sails out of bounds. Ball is coming out to the 40 after that penalty on the kickoff. Got to have a touchdown right here, and this will be the final play of regulation. Throwing, Lagway. The pass is incomplete, and there are 2 ticks remaining on the clock. No time to waste here. They've got to get set and pick up chunk yardage. Misfired on first down, back to the air on second. Under fire. He's sacked. This defense all over him. You want to talk about building confidence? Coming through with clutch. Amon G. Carter Stadium in Fort Worth. We're headed toward the back stretch of the season, week 9, and we couldn't be more fired up about this clash here on EA Sports College Football. And he's going to try to return this one. Excellent job by the kick coverage team, a pretty minimal gain on that return. So the TCU Horned Frogs offense onto the field for the first possession of the game. And there he is, this senior wide receiver. He is a guy who is reliable and can be dangerous if he gets a chance. One back in the backfield, and they'll give it to him. Pushes ahead for 2. They'll mark it at the 17. Backed up now, here's second and long. They feed him again. Several defenders there to get him on the ground.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
And the Horned Frogs will punt this one away. He's got it. He's got great speed. Really explosive when he gets his hands on the ball, and he found a couple of crevices and made a nice game before being run out of bounds. So the Kansas Jayhawks offense, who will go to work for the first time in this one. But Jesse, it's always fun to see a guy who's been challenged, see if he can answer the bell and get things done.
Well, we talked to him this week, and he knows that people are out there questioning him, and I think that leaves a big chip on his shoulder, David. He wants to prove to the entire college football world he's got what it takes to win this football game. This is a big test for him.
And here's the thing, proving it is one thing, Jesse, but it's not about you. And this is a team game. Obviously, the quarterback...
Maybe some room here. And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Kansas!
And it's the game-breaking speed you see right there. He takes it all the way to the house. It's that speed. That's the reason why a lot of people thought if he had declared for the NFL draft, he would have been playing on Sundays now. There's just not a lot of running backs in college football that can run like this guy.
And it's so nice to have that guy back. Like, to keep that guy on your roster, it's like recruiting the best player in the country, right? You got one of the best backs. To be able to keep that guy on your roster was the big offseason coup. Like you mentioned, the NFL can also transfer, can go make money elsewhere. To keep him on the roster, and he shows you why. This guy is the catalyst, one of the best in the country at his spot.
We'll see them really hit the speed button on the tempo here in the final minute of the first half. Snags it quickly on the left. There he goes. He's at the 30. Past the 10. Touchdown, Horned Frogs! Rolled into the end zone, and this crowd was eating it up.
Nice job putting the drive together. Nice job punctuating.
The extra point is blocked. That one's going to get a little star marked beside it on the play sheet. One play, explosive, touchdown just like that. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Back to throw, it's Jenkins. Fires to the big fella. Really nice pickup there as they have it out to the 44 with a first down. Timeout taken by TCU. It's their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. Wants to throw on first down. Intercepted. He's knocked down, but what a play to come up with the interception. He'll start this drive firing. And his throw is incomplete.
I think for the quarterback, he's going to have to be so good with his eyes in this game. You're going up against one of the best defenses in the country. You've got to look guys off, especially when you're trying to throw to your primary target like he was on that last one.
He's got it. And he's able to shed one tackle, but still just a very short gain. They're at their fastest tempo trying to get off this third down play. From the gun, wants to pass. Makes the grab on the left. Turning it on. He's all the way down to the 27-yard line, and they are threatening. They get the timeout called here, and probably just enough time for one more snap to put up points before the half. They'd love nothing better than to add a 3-ball here before the break. And they'll kick it from the left side, a 44-yard try. That thing would have hit a string in the middle of the uprights. Perfect. And with that field goal, they now have the lead. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update. We are just about ready to start the second half. He'll start the return inside his 5. Able to find enough room to get it out across the 25. He's brought down at the 26. Opening play of this drive comes from the 26-yard line. Keeping it on the ground to open the second half. After the filthy move, he's got room. Flying down the right side. Touchdown, Jayhawks. And that one will give him the lead.
Man, it's easy to call plays when I got guys like this who can take the ball and rip it 70-plus to the house. How about the speed? He showed you a little bit of wiggle. This dude's got it all. Nice touchdown run by the running back.
And he's going to bring it out of the end zone. And the returner goes down. TCU has it back, and the Horned Frogs go on offense. So as soon as they step on the field here in the third quarter, they find themselves trailing, and now they'll try to answer with a score of their own. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play. Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. They give it to him again. Not much there. They'll give him 1 to the 14. Now facing a 3rd and long. Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. They'll run it from the gun. Got a little grass. Hauled down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down. Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. And they get him on the ground, and that'll probably do it for the third quarter. Midway point in the season, in games like this one can have a big impact on the rankings from week to week as we see upsets happen and favorites continuing to flex muscle. Finds his man down the middle. And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup. Everybody has to be set. They have to get it off. To the air, it's Craig. There's the pressure. And they got it. They're going to go for it, and they're not going to huddle here on 4th down. Got to have it here on 4th down. Bringing the heat. And the pass is incomplete, but there is a flag on the field. Let's see if the offense gets a reprieve. When you're trying to protect the lead, you just simply cannot have a personal foul penalty at this stage in the game. To the air on 1st down. Had to throw it before he wanted. And he needed a little bit wider field as that one falls out of bounds. They've got to move quickly here. Still a chance, but they've got to force the ball down the field. Couldn't connect on 1st down, now back to the air. He's taking a deep shot late in the game. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it. Got to get everybody lined up quickly, time winding away, and they've got to push the ball down the field. Here's a heat. Just gets rid of it to the running back underneath. That's not quite going to be enough as they stop him 4 yards short of the marker. Timeout taken by TCU. It's their first. On 4th down, looking to pass. And down he goes. A sack on 4th down, and the defense gets the football back. In the postgame, if you start at This is a live look at David Booth Memorial Stadium in Lawrence, Kansas. And the Jayhawks headed toward the ball, and we're ready for action. Let's see if he can make a play on the return. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. So the UCF Knights offense will get the football first. And here's the big fella, senior tight end. They'll try to feed him today. They say the tight end's always open, and he seems to always be, and he's always making big plays.
As a quarterback, this is going to be a very tough game. You're going up against one of the top 20 units in the entire country. They know who your primary target is. They're going to be keying on him just like they did that last time, forcing the incompletion.
Gets it out to the 20 after a pickup of 4. 3rd and 6, and they'll need a big play here on this opening drive. To the air, it's Barnett. Snagged out of the air. Really nice job to get it past the sticks, pick up the first down at the 30. The Knights come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Looking to throw on first down. Floating away. And he gets it just beyond the line of scrimmage before he gets down.
These are the plays that don't show up in the stat books, right? Like a great job. Look at him. He does an awesome job. Instead of taking the sack, clearly wanted to throw the football, scrambles around, gets some positive yards. It doesn't go down as a huge gain, but these are the plays that get you W's.
Can't make the connection, and the defense putting on the heat and forcing the incompletion. As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. On third and long, try to convert through the air. Under fire. And it's a sack. Now we get a timeout called by the Jayhawks. It's their first. After using an early one, 2 left for them to spend. Gets the first one of the day out of there, and we saw a lot of him in that loss last week, 4 times to be exact. Slips through the line. Lowers that shoulder, delivers the blow. Really nice job all the way around. Got a few blocks, made a couple of moves, and a good return on that one before he's pushed out of bounds. They've got a first down here to open the period. Headed outside, it's Edwards. Got enough for the first. He'll go out of bounds inside the 40. They'll mark it at the 39.
Defense is going to have their hands full trying to get this guy in the ground, man. He's got some serious moves once he has the ball in his hands.
Just inside the 40-yard line. It's 1st and 10 from the 39. And they're able to shove him to the turf as they stop him for a short gain. After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. Running inside, it's Edwards. Across the 25. There's a crease. Touchdown, right chunk, Jayhawk. Once he got some room, it was over. Getting set for the extra point after putting the scoreboard to work for the first time. And with the extra point, they get the first 7 of the game. And he takes this from inside the 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. First snap of this drive will come from their own 17. Looking for a man, it's Jenkins. Gets open down the middle. Makes the tackle at the 32, but they were backed up inside their 20, and they pick up 15. Set up for the first down play, and they're going to call a timeout and talk it over instead. Pressure's there, and he lets it go. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Wants to throw. He's working against the clock. Rushes on him. That's the kind of protection you dream about as he fires left. And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain in his fingers, and he couldn't hold on. Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Oh, they're after him. He's got his man. Makes the grab. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. They'll have it at the 49, just across midfield. 1st and 10. Wants to throw it again, and why not? Pressure coming. Lost one deep down the right side. It's picked off, and that's number 10. Takes it the other way. He's inside the 40. The 20. Touchdown, Rock Chalk. How about this defense taking one back to the house? The DB saw it. He thought, don't drop it, then thought, don't get caught, and he didn't. The pick 6.
Hey, these guys can play offense, too, now. Look at this. I showed you I can be a wide receiver. Coach might split him out at wide receiver next week after making that big play, but defense, great job making the interception, and you're right, doing something with it. Don't just slide down. Don't be content. Take that thing all the way back, brother.
The Knights will line up to kick off and start the second half. He'll bring it out. It's Parker. He stopped at the 23, a couple yards short of where he would have been with a touchback. Before we kick off the second half, Holly Rowe, what do you have?
Coach Leipold told me coming out of the locker room, this home crowd is fueling their running game. Every single time the running back gets the rock, they are going crazy. The ground game has been good, and they're going to continue to ride the momentum of this home crowd.
Okay, Holly.
You know, it's a good decision by the QB because his intended target wasn't open, so throw it out of bounds, and you can live to play another day here on this drive.
Pulls it in. It's McMillan. Breaks a tackle, and he might have room. He'll be forced out of bounds. They'll mark him down at the 44-yard line, and this offense has it going.
It's a nice play call there. You've got 2-possession lead. You're trying to keep the defense guessing, right? Because you've got that lead, they know you're going to run it, but you still have got to be able to sprinkle in some shot plays and some vertical throws. That was really, really good thinking on that last play call by the offense.
UCF wants to take a moment. They use their second timeout. And they'll have to be very judicious as they only have one timeout remaining. Scanning the field, it's Jenkins. Got a man. Now he's got it all the way down to the 21-yard line, and they are threatening on first down. Now the Knights will call their third and final timeout. And now there will be no more timeouts for them to use the rest of the way. They pull him down at the 17 after a pickup of 3. Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. Looking to fire. Throws to the wideout. And that one's incomplete. Couldn't find his man last time, and that leaves him with a 3rd and 6. He wants to throw it. They're working that left side. Breaks a tackle, and he might go. Touchdown, Kansas! A great catch and run for 6. They've got the lead and trying to put this one in a hammerlock here in Week 10. And with the extra point, they're up 21-0. These two have spent plenty of time together. That was almost telepathic, David.
No doubt, and quarterbacks and wide receivers throw all offseason to get on the same page. You can see he hits them in stride. That's why he gets the touchdown.
A lot of field in front of them as they open this possession from their own 20. They'll start on the ground with Duke Watson. And they'll drag him down. That's likely the last play of the third quarter. With this game in hand, let's take a look at the scoreboard from the top 12 teams in the country. And at this point in the season, these guys have done exactly what they wanted to do and strengthened their position. To the air, it's Barnett. Oh, it goes right through his hands. They had everything set up on the screen except the catch. It'll be 3rd down. And now this offense will try to overcome that 2nd down incompletion. And a missed opportunity on 3rd down as the defense knocks it free, and 4th down is coming up. All right, let me jump in here. They are going to go for it on 4th down. I'm not sure they have much choice in this situation. On 4th down, going to the air. Couldn't find his man, and they'll give up the football on downs.
Man, you cannot say enough about this defense. The whole game, start to finish, playing so good, limiting big plays, doing everything they needed to do, Palmer, to get the shutout, and most importantly, finish the game right here.
You know, this defense is different, David, I think in a lot of ways. This is their goal every game, and this is what they expect. They hold themselves to this standard. Players were telling us this week, we expect to go into each and every game and not allow any points. But to do it in this one,
got some room, headed to the goal line. They'll finally get him stopped at the 1-yard line. What a run there. And while this game is all but decided, the offense's job is to score. Touchdown, Jayhawks! And 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. That score might be the one to put them over the top and run this winning streak to 9. And the extra point makes it 28-0. On the run from inside his own 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. They'd love to put a long drive together here as they start from their own 21. They'll start on the ground with Duke Watson. Not a whole lot of progress made there on the short run. When you know you have a team outclassed, great to have you with us from Milan Puskar Stadium in Morgantown. A late season clash, one that could have huge stakes and could be a determining factor in how this season is remembered. Week 11 in EA Sports College Football. On the move from inside his 5. Excellent job by the kick coverage team. A pretty minimal gain on that return. So West Virginia's offense that has the first possession of the game. Cam Cook churned out more than 150 yards and found pay dirt a couple of times in their victory last game. They go play action with Hawkins. And the pressure gets him back at the 8-yard line. The Mountaineers trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. On the move, it's Cook. It's these little moments like that that can help an offense as he gets it up to the 16-yard line. So already they've hit a speed bump on this opening drive. It's 3rd and 8. Michael Hawkins. He's got his man across the middle. And with that effort, they pick up a fresh set of downs. They have it at the 34-yard line. And the Mountaineers will snap it on 1st and 10. Running inside, it's Cook. Got enough for the first. They'll get him down, but not before he crosses the 50. He's down to the 49. As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. Pulls it on the option. And with that stop, we are headed toward the end of the first quarter. We've reached the end of the first quarter, and it has been a defensive battle, and the stats tell the tale so far. So 2nd down here as we're back at it after the break. Back to pass, it's Hawkins. Under fire. And he's sacked. Great work there by this defense. West Virginia uses a timeout. It's their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. Pocket breaking down. And it's a sack.
Yeah, and how about this defense, man? That's the 3rd sack of the day. They've been putting pressure, getting him on the ground. Not something they've been good at throughout this season. This defense playing better because they're getting more pressure on the quarterback.
Gets it away, solid distance, but more importantly, trying to keep it away from that return man. The Jayhawks offense takes the field for the first time in this game. And there he is, this senior wide receiver. He's a good route runner, good solid hands, and a big part of this passing attack.
And there was times during the week where we were texting. We have a group text for these games every single week, and we talk about different guys. And this receiver, we were like, is the tape in fast motion? Like, this dude is flying out wide. Like, this is a guy that legit has that take the top off the defense speed, elite speed. Plummer, this is a guy that defenses, and talking to the coaches, they are extremely worried about.
Yeah, the D coordinator in this game told us he just hasn't slept much this week, knowing how fast this guy is and just how he can score any given play. And they've got to do a really good job in this one communicating, understanding where he is, but making sure there is at least one safety playing deep, because you know this guy is going to get his opportunities deep down the field.
Just enough time for one final play of the half. down play from the gun. He lobs one high down the left side. It's incomplete, and they tried to finish this quarter with a bang and couldn't quite connect. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update.
Guys, down the stretch we come on what's been a thrilling college football season. Week 11 filled with storylines. The first game we'll take a look at will be Duke, taking on the number 4 team, the Miami Hurricanes.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Tackled and brought down at the 23-yard line, so not a whole lot of room on that return. What do you got on the sideline, Holly?
Coach Leipold told me coming out of the locker room, they have to start the third quarter with a sense of urgency. On the road, backs against the wall with a hostile crowd. He said, we got to have more intensity. They did a good job in the first half, but this game is close, and they understand all of the playoff implications. They've got to be the best version of themselves here to start this third.
Thanks, Holly. Look out, he's got room. There he goes. He's at the 20. Touchdown, Jayhawks. With that, they grab the lead here in the second half.
I don't know, guys. The way this game's going, the defensive tug-of-war this has been, that might be enough right there. Points have been difficult to come by, but the offense found a way to get it done. Really nice job of execution there on that drive.
Looks like he's going to try to return it. Tackled and brought down at the 16-yard line after the return. A lot of work to do as this drive will start from the 16-yard line. On the move. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play. Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Looks as if the defense was a little too eager there, got into the neutral zone, and that'll be a 5-yard penalty. So the early contact for the defense, and they'll move it up 5 yards. Much more manageable situation for this offense after the penalty. It's 2nd and 6. Caught in the backfield. It's Straka. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain. Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. Keeps it himself. He did everything he could to find enough running room, but he'll be stopped about 3 yards short of the first down marker. It's 4th down. This game is all but officially a wrap as we take a look at the top 25. Late in the season, time running short if teams want to make their move in the rankings. 4th down, Hawkins. Fires downfield. Oh, he dropped it. He just lost his concentration and didn't look it all the way in. And they are stopped on 4th down. That decision will be questioned. A little wrinkle here as they go to the Wildcat and use the extra blocker. Got it into the red zone, dragged down at the 18-yard line. West Virginia uses a timeout. It's their first. And they'll still have 2 timeouts left for the rest of this game. Lining up in the Wildcat, let's see what they've got. Back has it. Bounced off his feet. The Mountaineers call a timeout. That's their second. And they'll still have 1 timeout left at their disposal.
And a lot of times the fit up front, linebackers are fitting holes and that ball bounces and it's supposed to go somewhere. And sometimes it goes to a DB and the offense will get a W. Like they'll get a win because you'll break a tackle. How about the tackle by that young fella? I know he likes to cover, but I love the way he comes up and makes the tackle.
3rd and final timeout call by West Virginia. And now they are powerless to stop the clock with a timeout. Just hammer it with this running back again, and he noses his way into the end zone. That ought to be enough to make this lead insurmountable, and with it, they'll be a perfect 10-0. And the extra point is true, and they have a 2-touchdown lead, up 14 in the 4th. Here he comes from inside his own 5. And they'll haul down the returner to start us on the next drive. Good news, I guess, a lot of room to work with as they start this drive from their own 15. Hawkins moves around to clear up the vision. Across the 25, he's got room. A really nice run and gain, and he gets down to avoid taking punishment.
He does a good job of dropping back, going through his progressions. Nothing there. What do? Go get some yardage. Make it positive. Don't sit back in the pocket and force something into a bad situation or take a sack. Great job making something out of nothing.
Back to throw, it's Hawkins. Bringing the heat. Buying some time. Picked up about 6. They're looking at 3rd and 4. Clock is still running, and they have to get everybody lined up. From the gun on 3rd down, Hawkins. Rushes on him. They got him. Great pressure by this defense. This was hardly an offensive juggernaut, but sometimes you lean on your defense and grind out a win.
This was a defensive struggle, no doubt about it, but we know this is a team game.
This is a live look at David Booth Memorial Stadium in Lawrence, Kansas. BYU about to kick it off as we get this game started. Fielded in the end zone, it's Parker. He's brought down at the 30, but a productive return after deciding to bring it out. So Kansas offense comes onto the field first today. And we get our first look at Dylan Edwards. He's coming off a 100-yard game and a couple of touchdowns in their last win. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Edwards. At the 40, there he goes. Wide open spaces. He's at the... and he swept through the crowd and he'll house it. Touchdown, Rock Chalk Jayhawk.
And as a coach, you're just hoping your offense can take the field on the first series of the game and create a little bit of momentum, get into a rhythm. How about that running play? Hitting a home run early in this game. You know that's got the sidelines all juiced up.
He'll start the return inside his 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. The Cougars offense coming onto the field, and we'll get our first look at them in this one. And here comes Bear Bachmeier. Tough day in that last loss, threw a couple of interceptions and did not throw a touchdown pass. Wants to throw, it's Bachmeier. Pressure coming, nowhere to go, and the ball is loose. Defense trying to take it back. Touchdown, Rock Chalk. The defense takes matters into its own hands.
You always hear coaches harping on their quarterbacks to keep 2 hands on the ball. That time, he got hit, the ball came free, bounced right into the defender's hands, and he makes them pay, taking it back all the way for a score.
On the run from inside his own 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. So they start this drive from inside their own 20 at the 19-yard line. Picked off. What a play to set him up. Touchdown, Kansas. Took it all the way back to the house. The mantra is always finish, and they're trying to do that here in the regular season with this Week 12 performance. And the extra point is true, and the lead balloons to 21. What a play by this defense with the pick 6.
And how about the defender? Exactly what you're supposed to do. Breaks on the football, makes the interception. Everybody on defense, we turn to offense. Go lay some blocks so my guy can get it and take it back to the house.
Looking for space, it's Martin. What a job up front, and he'll lose a yard on that one. Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Now the play fake. Finds his man. It's Martin. Oh, he's got some space. He goes out of bounds, maybe a step shy of the 40. They're going to mark it at the 39, and a really nice pickup there. That's the end of the quarter. Kansas has the lead here. They wanted to strike first and strike hard, and they've been able to do that here in the first quarter as we take a look at the stats. Dropping back, it's Bachmeier. Here comes the heat. Oh, and he got drilled as he just got rid of the football.
And I think a big reason this offense is struggling right now and why they're trailing on the scoreboard is they have not been able to protect this guy, and it's affected him. He has not looked very accurate. Moving forward, the pass pro has got to be better to help this guy out.
Fires to the big fella. He's brought down, stopped right at the 50-yard line. The Cougars will use their first timeout here. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. And he just threw that one away. Safe move, didn't see anything, lived to play another play. What will they dial up on second and a long way to go? They'll throw again after the incompletion. And that pass will be jarred loose on second down. That brings up third down. Trying to pick up a first down. On third and long, trying to convert through the air. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete and fourth down's coming. BYU will bring the punt team on the field. He ought to be able to use this first punt to pin him deep. And no shot at a return here as the punt flies out of bounds. They'll try to put a drive together starting from their own 12. Tight end now in motion. The run inside. It's Edwards. He'll push his way forward for a few, and the clock will continue to run. After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. Wide receiver going in motion. They'll keep it on the ground. Just make sure to take care of that football. He stopped after a short gain. It'll be third down. Clock winding towards 0. They'll get one more snap off. Makes him talk to the hand. Out across the 20, they'll mark him out of bounds right at the 21-yard line. And we are headed to halftime. Both squads headed into the locker room to make some adjustments. Gives us an opportunity to check in with Kevin Connors in our EA Sports College Football Studio Update. And he takes this from inside the 5. They'll corral him and get him down at the 17-yard line on the return. First snap of this drive will come from their own 17. Scanning the field, it's Bachmeier. He lofts it high and deep down the left side. Swatted away and broken up. A great play there by the DB. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. They'll move the wide receiver. Second down, they'll go to the air. They're working that left side.
Well, one thing you got to say about this guy is he's very, very poised. He knew he had that defender bearing down on him. He got hit right as he threw it. Still, though, it didn't affect his accuracy. Nice job getting that completion.
Here's the pressure. He's sacked. This defense all over him.
And, man, this offense just searching for some way to climb back and get back into this game. They're down by 1,000, and it's not looking good. And you can't even protect your quarterback on third down. Like, everything going the other direction.
The solid return there offsets some of the punt yardage and really sets up this offense nicely. Looking for the edge, it's Edwards. Got enough for the first. Crosses the 35, out of bounds there. Nice pickup on the play, spotted at the 32. With a first down, they'll snap it from the 32. Might as well run him until they stop him. He's got it again. They make the tackle, but not before he finishes off this third period with a big play. This game is all but officially a wrap as we take a look at the top 25. Late in the season, time running short if teams want to make their move in the rankings. They'll go back to work with a first down in the final period. Trying the run, it's Edwards. Got a little grass, and he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Jayhawks! You can see it on the sideline. They've built a comfortable fourth-quarter lead, and they know they're going to go 11-0. And he knocks the extra point through the uprights. The returner's going to try to see what he can get. And they'll bring him down to get the offense started on the next drive. They'll try to put something together, backed up a bit, starting at their own 13. Back to pass, it's Bachmeier. Fires to the wideout. Got it in the middle, it's Phillips. Breaks a tackle, and he might have room. Finally corralled, but not before. He picks up the first down. Big chunk play to start this drive. Now they'll really try to take it to this defense. Running inside, it's Martin. Now they're starting to feel it. They've got a first down at the 44. Just complete and utter dominance. Glad to have you with us from Stillwater, Oklahoma, Boone Pickens Stadium. Is there really anything better than immersing yourself in football all afternoon on a Saturday, and we continue with this one. On the move from inside his 5. He stopped right there after a short return, was looking for running room, and the coverage unit wasn't having it. So the Oklahoma State Cowboys offense will go to work first. And here comes the sophomore running back. One of the top running backs in the game, and we expect them to feed him a lot.
Well, it's a program time and time again, whether it's Heisman trophies, All-Americans, first-round draft picks, that always seem to have really good running backs. And how nice is it, David, as an offense, year in, year out? You know there's somebody you can turn around, hand the football off to, and you can get explosive plays. I think it's no different with this offense this year based on who they've got in the backfield.
Well, and it's just kind of crazy thinking about the list of guys and how they've developed them so well over the years. And it just adds on each other. When you start walking through their facility, it's like, holy cow, he played here, and him, and him, and him. And so just having...
And the pressure gets to the quarterback. Down he goes, but that penalty marker sitting right at the line of scrimmage might be offsides against the defense.
Yeah, and you see some people get upset with offsides in the defense. I call it the cost of doing business. It's just part of being great off the football. Sometimes you'll guess, and sometimes you'll be wrong. The first one is always on me, Coach, and then the second one, usually he takes me out of the game.
Had to get rid of it quickly. And that one's incomplete. They weren't just trying to move the chains. They were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's fourth down. First boot of the day is on its way. He was called on 3 times in that loss last week. Rams him with the stiff arm. He was hoping for a little more running room, but they're able to get him down at the 45. So the Kansas Jayhawks offense will come out to go on the attack for the first time. And we get our first look at Dylan Edwards. He's coming off a 100-yard game and a couple of touchdowns in their last win. As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. Keeping it on the ground inside, it's Edwards. Breaks into the open. He's at the 10. Touchdown, Rock Chalk Jayhawk. He broke away from the defense and they couldn't catch him.
And that is exactly what they wanted to see. They talked about bolstering their speed at the running back spot. They said this guy could do it. And you get a good glimpse of it early in this football game. Palmer, there's one thing to talk about speed. It's another thing to talk about speed. And that guy takes off erases some angles and makes the big play early.
It's so true, David. There's so many really good running backs in the country that can make people miss, but when we see them get into the second level, they always get caught. This guy is a little bit different. And now if you're on defense, that's a big alert. You know, hey, if we don't tackle him, if linebackers miss him, if safeties miss him, and this guy gets in the second level, he is taking it to the house. There's a lot of pressure now in this defense to tackle.
Throws to the wideout. Grabbed over the middle. It's Young. The Cowboys will use their first timeout. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. After a big gainer on that first play, now they can really go for it on 1st and 10. Snagged out of the air.
Wow, the quarterback knew he had to get that one to his receiver quickly on the in route. Did you see the velocity on that throw?
Wants to throw. He's working against the clock. Here's a heat. Still looking. And they can't hook up. Going for the big play on 2nd down. Now it's 3rd down. We'll see if they go back to the air after the incompletion. It's 3rd and 5. They'll snap it from the gun on 3rd down. Oh, they're after him. Just threw that one away to avoid disaster. And the Cowboys will line up to punt it away. First punt was gorgeous. Let's see if he can do it again. He'll aim it toward the sideline to try to make it tough on the return team. This late in the half, here's the question. How aggressive will the play calling be? The run inside. It's Edwards. Crosses the 35. There he goes. He's at the 30. Past the 10. He is in. Touchdown, Rock Chalk. On to attempt the try. And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. They couldn't draw up a drive better than that one. Just gashed them for the big play in the running game. 1 snap, 1 touchdown. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Enough time to get off a play before we head to halftime. One running back in the backfield, and he has it. Stopped in the backfield as his defense doesn't want to let anything slip through here late in the half. We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update. The Cowboys will boot it away to start the second half. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. A little bit backed up to start this drive from their own 18-yard line. First play from scrimmage, and they'll keep it on the ground. Out across the 20 to the 21-yard line, a 3-yard gain. The Cowboys will use their first timeout. Looking downfield, it's Jenkins. He's going to let it go. Knocked away at the last minute, and that is precision defensive back play there.
And this offense is just, they've struggled to get in a rhythm, and I like they take a shot down the field, but interested to see how they can maybe get some easy completions for this quarterback and get him in a little bit of a rhythm.
Really nice job to get it past the sticks, pick up the first down at the 30. Timeout taken now by Oklahoma State. That's their second. And they'll have to be very judicious as they only have 1 timeout remaining. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
And both of these defenses, man, they've been so good. They've been physical. They've been great tackling, limiting explosive plays. But it's these type of plays right here.
There's a crease. Out across the 45 and out of bounds at the 46-yard line. A big pickup here as they try to put together a scoring drive.
Really nice run there, and you've seen him do this a time and time again in this game so far. You've got the lead. We're way late in the 3rd quarter now. Not going to surprise me if they just keep leaning on this guy a little bit. Keep force-feeding him the football because he is looking really good.
And he has a solid gain before the defense bottles him up.
And it's going to be interesting to watch this defense, man, because obviously when you're trailing, and offenses can sometimes get conservative, and that's 2 runs back-to-back. Do they get more aggressive and try to bring more guys near the line of scrimmage, not let them waste time, and try to get their offense the football back?
Very close to putting a bow on this one. Gives us a minute to check out the top 25 here in the final week of the season and to wonder what type of impact this result will have on these rankings. Not a whole lot of progress made there on the short run.
And that's exactly what I want from my offense. Like, listen, they're out of timeouts. I want this clock to tick. Now, we have seen some college coaches across college football continue to run the football and also give up the football and give a gift.
Caught, and he's got room. He's down right there, and let the celebration commence because that one ought to do it. The Jayhawks go back to work after moving the chains through the air. Running inside, it's Edwards. He'll be dragged down, but not before he's put the finishing.
What began 3.5 months ago has all built to this. The championship game in the Big 12 Conference. One that has a long history of classic finishes. We could be in for another one here today. Bringing it out, it's Parker. And he's tackled at the 25, same spot it would have been had he left it in the end zone. Looking for some space. It's Edwards. Gets the first and still running. He's in the clear. Now here he goes. All the way to the end zone. They couldn't catch him. Touchdown, Kansas.
That is exactly what the doctor ordered in this situation. Tight ball game, and they drive the length of the field. Great execution from everyone on the offensive side to go all the way down the field and put it in the end zone.
Returner looking to make a play here. Excellent work by the coverage team. He's brought down after just a short return. So the Texas Tech Red Raiders offense takes the field. Our first chance to see them today. Some of the impact players we expect to step up today. Look, their teams are in position to win a conference championship, Joel. It's time for these guys to perform.
Chris, the reality is that if you performed really well during the course of the year, you're also a leader. So it's not just what you can do from a production standpoint, but when you get it.
Look out, he's breaking free. Brought down at the 33. That's good enough to move the sticks.
They've got to change something up on defense because this defensive line is just not holding up. They're not winning at the line of scrimmage. These are huge, massive holes being created by the O-line, and the back is just taking advantage of it. They're going to have to commit more resources to stopping the run.
Offense getting set. Second down play here. To throw, it's Hammond. Caught over the middle. It's Simmons. Oh, he's in the clear now. They finally get him down, but a big play to the 46. Offense comes up to the line. They might have a chance for a couple more plays before the quarter expires. Looking to throw it on first down. Running out of time in the pocket. Oh, and it's dropped. A chance for a big play here in the early going, but some jitters on the part of that receiver. Kansas has the lead. And at the end of the first quarter, let's check out the stats so far. It's a draw to the back. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1. They come to the line, a long way to go for the first down, but needing this crucial conversion right now. Bringing pressure. Oh, and he swarmed quickly. It's a sack.
Chris, one of the things that goes most overlooked when you're talking about the pass rush is the coverage. And here, in particular in man, they're taking away the quick and easy throw, forcing the quarterback to hold the football and allowing that rush to get home. It's a beautiful job of the combination of coverage and rush working together.
Just time enough for one more play in the half. ball is handed off out of the shotgun. Nowhere to run up the middle. And Texas Tech wants a timeout here. That's their first. They have 2 more to work with before halftime. Second down after that previous play. Out of the shotgun, he hands it off. And he'll be brought down, and that will wrap up the first half of play. And the Jayhawks will kick this away to get the second half going. He's going to return it from near the goal line. He'll be tackled at the 17. Strong job by the coverage team. And the first play of the drive now coming up from the 17-yard line. They get the second half started with their running play. Picks up 2, so it's 2nd and 8.
Well, the key to third down success is being good on first down. And here the defense does a great job on first down of bowing up and stopping the run. And that's the key to this thing. If you can create long yardage situations, now they have to throw the football, and that pass rush can start getting after it.
Pass is tipped at the line and will fall incomplete. Good play. Scanning the field. It's Hammond. Short connection to the tight end here. What an effort, but comes up just short of the marker and sets up 4th down. And the Red Raiders will bring their punt team onto the field. And he'll kick it away now for the 2nd time. No fair catch. Looking to make a return here. And the coverage team makes the stop on this return. And to begin the drive here, set up at the 30. First down, looking to throw the ball. Grab behind the line, it's Willis. Breaks into the clear. They get him down, but a big play moves it to the 45. And Texas Tech wants a timeout here. That's their first. First down here for this offense. And the motion by the back now forces the defense to adjust. A pop pass on the jet sweep. He's got space. They make the tackle, but he gains enough to make the first down in what should be the last play of the 3rd quarter. Now the Red Raiders go ahead and call their 2nd timeout. This should be the last play of the quarter coming up. And there's the handoff. Defense stops him short of the first down marker, and that'll do it for the 3rd quarter of play. And the Red Raiders are going to spend their 3rd and final timeout here. Not much time left here in the 3rd quarter of this conference championship game. Likely the final play of the period. And here's the handoff. They make the stop, and that's going to bring the 3rd quarter to an end. Kansas has the lead. We've reached the end of the 3rd. Time is running out to cut into this lead. Let's check out the game stats before we go on. We begin the quarter with a crucial play. Offense setting up for this 3rd down. Touchdown, Jayhawks. This offense is still clicking.
This guy has such a nose for the goal line. Now, 2nd rushing touchdown of the game. And I'm telling you, anytime he's close, he's getting that ball across the goal line. There is no doubt about it. He is so good in that situation.
Fields it just outside the goal line. And he stopped at the 19. Good job by the coverage team. Here's the first play of the drive now to begin at the 19. To the air, it's Hammond. Makes the catch, it's Simmons. And the defense swims, not much of a gain on that completion. They'll have to hurry now, 2nd down with the clock ticking.
This defense is going to have to change something up here. These safeties are going to have to start driving down on the inside wide receiver. This is just an in route. There's no real deep responsibility. He's got to drive down and break that pass up. If he doesn't, this offense is just going to continue to do this time and time again.
Dropping back, they're going to throw for the...
I don't ever slow up, no I don't take shit. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up. I don't ever slow up, no I don't take shit. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up and make a statement. I don't
instinctive and so passionate. Every word I move so descriptive like an adjective. I got a vendetta against people who patented being negative when you should be getting after it. I got facts over tracks, this and that. Spitting slow, spitting fast, I could roast, I could gas. Think I'm okay at last, but I don't know if that can erase all the past. And the pettiness, a reflection of the emptiness. Hilarious, you think you're with my time, you're delirious. Mysterious, because you hide behind a fake exterior. Inferior, you know I'll always be a bit superior. Get off of me, this ain't no humble brag. I want you to hear words, you can say them back. I want you to feel free from the chains at last, and to believe in what you got, it was built to last, yeah.
Now that I've been put through hell, I never got anyone's help. I had to do it all myself.
I don't ever slow up, no I don't take shit. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up and make a statement. I don't ever slow up, no I don't take shit. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up and make a statement.
Gonna learn the consequence of being incompetent. Mental health is confidence, dreams and some honestness. I'm not here to save the day, that's for you to take away. I could play a million mind games, but instead I say something not illogical, something that is topical. Rub it on and watch it go, make yourself unstoppable. Dreams are irresponsible, but they're always possible. If you just believe, you could be so remarkable. Thoughts in my head, a collage and they spread. I'll be great one day, going off of my meds. No, I'm not giving up, no, I'm not giving in. I will make it to the top, taking off in the wind. I gotta make it, I'm saving every day to taste it. I'm patient, but my mind, it can hardly take it. I'm chasing a dream that I've had for several ages. A vacant, modern kingdom for the taking.
Now that I've been put through hell, I never got anyone's help. I had to do it all myself.
I don't ever slow up, no I don't take shit. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up and make a statement. I don't ever slow up, no I don't take shit. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up and make a statement. I don't ever slow up, no I don't take shit. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up. I don't ever slow up, no I don't take shit. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up. I don't ever slow up, no I don't take shit. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up and make a statement. I don't ever slow up, no I don't take shit. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up and make a statement.
Everything I do so instinctive and so passionate. Every word I move so descriptive like an adjective. I got a vendetta against people who patented being negative when you should be getting after it. I got facts over tracks, this and that. Spitting slow, spitting fast, I could roast, I could gas. Think I'm okay at last, but I don't know if that can erase all the past. And the pettiness, a reflection of the emptiness. Hilarious, you think you're with my time, you're delirious. Mysterious, because you hide behind a fake exterior. Inferior, you know I'll always be a bit superior. Get off of me, this ain't no humble brag. I want you to hear words, you can say them back. I want you to feel free from the chains at last, and to believe in what you got, it was built to last, yeah.
Now that I've been put through hell, I never got anyone's help. I had to do it all myself.
I don't ever slow up, no I don't take shit. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up and make a statement. I don't ever slow up, no I don't take shit. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up and make a statement.
Gonna learn the consequence of being incompetent. Mental health is confidence, dreams and some honestness. I'm not here to save the day, that's for you to take away. I could play a million mind games, but instead I say something not illogical, something that is topical. Rub it on and watch it go, make yourself unstoppable. Dreams are irresponsible, but they're always possible. If you just believe, you could be so remarkable. Thoughts in my head, a collage and they spread. I'll be great one day, going off of my meds. No, I'm not giving up, no, I'm not giving in. I will make it to the top, taking off in the wind. I gotta make it, I'm saving every day to taste it. I'm patient, but my mind, it can hardly take it. I'm chasing a dream that I've had for several ages. A vacant, modern kingdom for the taking.
Now that I've been put through hell, never got anyone's help. I had to do it all myself. I don't ever slow up, no I don't take shit. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up and make a statement. I don't ever slow up, no I don't take shit. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up and make a statement.
I don't ever slow up, no I don't take shit. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up.
Trap him for a sack.
It's so important as a quarterback that you understand the momentum of the game and the possession. And they're able to gain some yards on that last snap and then give it all back on this snap. This quarterback's got to do a better job understanding the situation and maintaining the momentum of the drive.
They make the tackle, and that's going to be the final play of the first quarter. We reach the end of a scoreless first quarter. The defenses are in charge as these teams pursue a national championship. First play of the quarter is a crucial one. Offense trying to convert this third down. Oh, they've got him for a sack. That'll bring up fourth down. And now a timeout taken by the Jayhawks. It's their first. They have 2 more to work with before halftime. And they'll kick it away here. The punt will bounce out of bounds down at the 5-yard line. That's a great punt. The Jayhawks offense comes out for their first possession today. Often the key issue in these games, Joel, is rest versus rust. One side coming off a bye, the other team coming off a victory. We'll see what plays out today.
Well, what's happened so far in these 12-team playoffs is that the team with the bye is 1-7 in this quarterfinal round. Indiana, the only team that was able to get over the hump and actually get a win off of a bye. I think rust has always trumped the rest that you speak of. We'll see if they can get some momentum here early in this game.
Second down after that run on the previous play. Handoff here from the shotgun. The Jayhawks pick up enough yardage for a fresh set of downs.
I just love these playoff environments. It's the first half, you get a first down on a run play, and it feels big. Anytime you move the chains, you can stay on the field offensively. You're trying to build momentum, get the ball down for a score.
And tackled after a small pickup there. Now Kansas will spend the timeout. That's their second. They still have 1 more in their pocket for the rest of the half. Second down after that run on the previous play. Back to pass. It's Jenkins. A deep shot to the left side. And it's hauled in way downfield. Oh, and he's in the clear down the left side. Can they catch him? Touchdown, Kansas, as they claim the lead in this playoff game. That's an impressive drive. This time they find rhythm, they execute, and they take the lead in this playoff game. That's big.
Well, it's certainly big, Chris. There's no doubt. And you got the sense in those first couple possessions, these teams were maybe just feeling each other out, throwing a couple of jabs out there. But now you finally get the full game plan. And I got to tell you, I was very impressed with what they were able to do on the line of scrimmage and establishing the rhythm with their quarterback. If they continue to do that, this team's going to be in great shape.
The shotgun running play call. Breaking into the clear. Second effort. Their defense cannot stop him short of the marker. A minute's going to wrap up the first half here. Let's kick it now to Kevin Connors with our halftime update. The Wolverines will kick this away to start the second half. Fields it inside the 5-yard line. Can't quite get out to the 25. They'll spot it at the 24 to begin the drive. Set for the second half kickoff, but first let's check in with Holly Rowe on the sideline.
Coach Leipold told me coming out of the locker room, he delivered a passionate, urgent message to his team at the half. Yes, they have started strong, tons of momentum coming off that bye week, but it's not enough. They have got to sustain that here to start the third quarter and finish strong. He told them, finish the way we started. We need to land a knockout punch. Back to you.
All right, thanks, Holly. Good stuff. And at first down, they go right back to him. Stop after a small gain. Now looking at 2nd and 9. Michigan will call time here. Their second.
Well, now this defense is in a perfect situation. You're creating an obvious passing situation for the offense, and you can get these pass rushers going. Get them out on the edge.
He's got a crease. They finally stop him. It's a huge gain down to the 23. After the run, there's a man down, injured on the field. The Jayhawks with 1st and 10 here. Trying to find room. It's Willis. Motors into the end zone. Touchdown, Jayhawks.
Chris, what I'm most impressed with is his balance through contact. You can see as he breaks tackles and continues to churn towards the end zone, that balance is just evident, and it's hard to get him down to the ground. That is a great run.
With the extra point, the lead is 14. And he takes this from inside the 5. And he stopped at the 19. Good job by the coverage team. Here's the first play of the drive now. They begin at the 19. Offense moving receivers around now before the snap. They flip it to him on the jet sweep. And this one goes nowhere. Lucky to get back to the line of scrimmage. So 2nd and 10. Got to create something here to avoid a 3rd and long. From the shotgun, drops back looking for an open man. Caught over the middle. It's Marshall. And the defense grabs him after the completion. He's just short of a 1st down. Offense coming to the line. They might have a chance for a couple more plays before we reach the end of the quarter. On 3rd and short, they hand the ball off. Tackled after he makes the 1st down as the seconds tick away here in the 3rd quarter. Kansas has the lead, sitting in a pretty good spot as you wrap up the 3rd quarter, trying to keep those national championship hopes alive. Let's take a quick look at the game sets where we have a chance. The pressure's on. Oh, they sack him. The pass rush making a big impact. They'll crank up the tempo here with the clock ticking down. 2nd down.
I don't often say this, but that's a nice job by the quarterback because there's nowhere to throw this football. They do a great job of covering up this screen, and because of that, the quarterback just has to eat it. Remember, on a screen, you've got linemen downfield, so you can't throw the ball away. All you could do is try to throw it at his feet or take the sack, and here, a sack, you live to play another down.
Now in 3rd and very long, looking to throw. And he just throws that one away. Took a big shot, but avoids the sack. Down late, they'll keep the offense on the field, trying to chip away at this lead. Needs a completion here on 4th down. Coming after him. Oh, and it's incomplete. It's a turnover on downs. Crucial moment late in this game. And they're not able to convert on 4th down. Now the handoff. He's running behind the right tackle. Got an opening here. Headed for the end zone. No stopping him on that run. Touchdown, Kansas. Another score as this offense continues to execute at a really high level. Look, they were expected to win this game, but coming off the layoff, Joel, we wondered, were they capable of this kind of execution? They've answered that question.
They've answered it emphatically. And, Chris, this is always the talking point. It's about the rust of the layoff. This is the conversation now surrounding this new playoff format, the expanded playoff format. How well will the higher seeds handle the break? This group has handled it incredibly well. The execution have been off the charts, and here a nice, comfortable lead after that touchdown.
Pressured and dropped back at the 8-yard line. Important 2nd down play coming up. Very satisfying victory as this team This is a college football playoff semifinal at the Orange Bowl. It's the Oregon Ducks against the Kansas Jayhawks. 3A Sports College Football, I'm Chris Fowler along with Joel Klatt. Tremendous build-up for this semifinal game. Holly Rowe joins us in the sidelines with some of the key storylines. Holly?
Checking in with Coach Leipold before the game. This team is expected to be here. That's the hardest thing about coming into the game here today and this kickoff. These are the big dogs. Everybody thought they would be competing for a national championship, but they barely squeaked by in a win last week. They are going to have to be better, eliminate some of their mistakes, and showcase why people thought they would be in the conversation for national champion and play a little bit stronger and better today. It all starts with this opening series and better execution for this team. Back to you.
Thank you, Holly. We'll keep an eye on that. On 2nd and 10, they need a gain here to prevent a third and very long. They'll run it here. First down and more. He's still running. He's in the clear. Here he goes. Touchdown, Jayhawks, as they claim the lead here in this playoff game. What a tremendous opening statement for this offense to get the first points on the board, to execute like that, a long drive in this pressurized playoff game.
That's exactly right, Chris, and I've already talked about establishing early momentum and how critical it is in these big games, in these huge environments, and they were able to do that right off the rip. What a great drive and a great series for them. Terrific play calling. I thought the rhythm was solid, line of scrimmage played well, and here they are with an early score.
So the Oregon Ducks offense makes their way onto the field for their first possession. Here we go, a CFP semifinal game. The winner goes on to play for the trophy in the next round. And for one of these teams, not given a great chance of getting here at the beginning of the bracket, but back-to-back playoff victories, Joel, coming with a ton of momentum.
You cannot overstate that momentum, Chris. The ability to go out there and execute, and I think that they feel like they're a better team than what their record suggests or what their year suggests. Now, they had a quality year, get themselves in the playoff, but I think they're playing at a level above that. If they can continue that level of execution, they're going to have a great chance to go and compete for a national title.
Well, a serious challenge for this offense. You don't want to be in 3rd and long inside your own 20. How much of a risk will they take to try to pick up this first down? Dropping back. It's Moore. He'll be sacked. The defense swarms him on 3rd and long. After the sack, there is an injured player down. The Ducks will line up to punt it away. And the ball is away from his own end zone. And we'll see what he can do on the return. Good coverage there. 0 gain on the return. Kansas has the lead, and the first quarter is in the books. What is a huge opportunity for both these programs to get a step closer to a national championship. Back at it to start the quarter. Offense getting set to run a first down play. Hand off to the right side. And he's pushed out of bounds after a short run. Not enough for a first.
This defense has got to play better up front, in particular on first down. This offense continues to just gain yards on first down, churning out 4, 5, 6 yards, and staying out of obvious passing situations. This defensive line has got to start.
He breaks into the clear. Here he goes. And he takes it all the way to the end zone. Touchdown, Kansas. That's a big moment here in this playoff game, to get points before halftime, knowing the other side is going to get the football to begin the third quarter. Joel, exactly what they were looking for.
Chris, that's exactly right. The last thing that they wanted to do is afford a chance for the opposition to double up and get a late score in the second quarter and then get the ball in the third quarter. This is a tremendous drive to be able to stick the ball in the end zone, then go in at halftime and regroup, look at film, and get a real good cohesive plan for this second half. Because here we go. We got 1 half of football left to move on in this playoff.
Run it up the middle, but stuffed for no gain. They'll crank up the tempo here on second down. The time is running out.
Great job up front by this defensive line, these linebackers. You can see that this quarterback was a bit confused. He hands the football off on the RPO, but there's nowhere to go. No gain. Great job by this defense.
High completion sets up an important third down play. Looking to pass. It's Moore. Short pass finds the tight end. And the Ducks will signal for their first timeout. They have 2 more to work with before halftime. And looking to throw now on first down. From the pocket, delivers over the middle. And now Oregon will spend their second timeout. They still have one more in their pocket for the rest of the half. Looking to pass here on second down. Looking deep down the right side. Intercepted, picked off by the defense. Can you believe this? Instead of an interception, it's a first down. Roughing the passer is the call. The offense comes back out there. Not much time left. Perhaps just time for a couple plays before the half. Grab down the middle. It's Stewart. Showcasing the shiftiness on that play. Defense finally brings him down. And now the final timeout taken by the Ducks. And that's all they've got remaining here in the first half. Oh, and he missed it. The kick is no good. Still losing by 14 after the miss. And that will do it for the first half here. Kevin Connors now has our halftime update. And the Jayhawks will kick this away to begin the second half. And he'll lead the kickoff right there. He'll start from the 25. And the first play of the drive now from the 25. First play of the second half, they keep it on the ground. Try to run it up the middle, but get nothing. Offense getting set. It's second down. Looking to pass. It's Moore. Caught quickly. Tackle made at the 37. That's a solid gain.
That's a good find by this quarterback to move the chains and create another first down. And now you got to keep this momentum going. Take this ball and try to move it all the way down the field and put it in the end zone.
Off the play fake, looking to throw on first down. He cannot escape. It's a sack.
Chris, there's so much emphasis put on third down, and rightly so. That's really the action play of the series. But the third down success or lack thereof, it really happens because of what happens on first down. And here, this defense creating a negative play on first down is setting them up for success here down the line.
And he's brought down short of the line to gain in what should be the last play of this third quarter. As we head to the fourth, we could be in store for a classic finish. A spot in the next round of the college football playoff is at stake. Send the back in motion. Looking to throw it on third and very long. Caught over the middle. It's Johnson. Breaking free. End zone ahead. They bring him down, but that is a huge play for this passing game. Big game. And the Ducks will signal for their first timeout. They'll still have two available as we approach the end of this game. On first and 10, looking to throw. Fires it to the wideout. Wide open downfield. Really solid first down gain. He's just short of the marker, so maybe a chance here to take a downfield shot. Looking for a gap. It's Hill. They stop him, but it's a first down. They'll hurry to the line here with the clock running. On first and 10 here, looking to throw the ball. Grab down the middle. It's Johnson. He's brought down at the 6. The offense will have first and goal right there. And now the final timeout taken by the Ducks. Dropping back. It's Moore. They can no longer stop the clock with a timeout. No gain on first makes it second down and goal from the 7. And the quarterback looking to make a play through the air. Moves out of the pocket. Quarterback gets down to avoid the tackle. They crank up the tempo here for this important third down play. Out of the gun now on third down. Pass rush closing in. Can't find anybody on third down. Throws it away. And now fourth down coming up. The offense stays on the field, down multiple possessions. Easy choice. He's looking to throw. Oh, and it's incomplete, and the drive ends right there. And they're stopped. It's a turnover on downs. A crucial stop by this defense, and we'll see if the offense regrets not trying a field goal there.
Well, we know this coach is going to be aggressive, and this time it just doesn't pan out for him. As a quarterback, you've got to throw the ball with great timing down in the red zone and near the goal line. You can see those windows are just tighter. They cannot hook up, and that's a huge fourth down stop.
Incompletion sets up a second down. First down, looking for more now. He's got space. One more big play to wrap up an impressive performance by this offense today. What a win. Well, the confetti is falling. They're going to get that trophy. Certainly something important to celebrate. But, Joel, these semifinal games are always tricky because they can. Welcome to the National Championship game at Allegiant Stadium in Las Vegas. It's the Kansas Jayhawks against the Ole Miss Rebels. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Chris Fowler along with Joel Klatt. We are so excited to bring you the ultimate game in this college football season. Holly Rowe joins us ringside with some of the key storylines today. Holly?
Checking in with the Ole Miss head coach before the game. This is what this team has prepared for all season long. They opened the season as a heavy favorite, but they've had a target on their back each and every week. It has been difficult to remain undefeated and ready to rock, but here they are. Coach said he told his team in the locker room, all the expectations are on you. My only expectation is that you support each other, look at the men around you, and make sure you're there for each other during the game. Preseason expectations, target on the back, but execution is the focus here tonight. Back to you.
Okay, thank you, Holly. He's tackled at the 21. That's where the drive will start. So Kansas's offense comes onto the field for the first time today. So what a huge opportunity for this program, Joel, and perhaps the start of a trend. It's been a long time since a program had joined that club of national champions. Indiana did it last year. Are we going to see it in back-to-back seasons?
Well, here's what's so fascinating, Chris, is there's a lot of people that criticize where college football is at with the rules and how rosters are built, and yet...
Oh, he's got open space. Goes out of bounds, but a nice game. They'll spot him short of the 35. And this running back just continues to help this team. I think he's playing with a hunger, Joe. He said he wanted a chance to play for a championship, and it shows out there.
Chris, this is when the portal just works out perfectly. It's great for the player, it's great for the program, and because of that, it's great for the fans. He gets an opportunity to go compete for a championship. Meanwhile, this run game has transformed versus a year ago. Now, this is a really solid run game.
They'll run it from the gun. Defense makes the stop after a 5-yard gain, so 2nd and 5. And they'll run it out of the shotgun. Defense stops him, but that's a solid gain. That's the end of one. Still looking for our first points in the ballgame. A big play here after the break. Offense trying to convert here on 3rd down. And they pick up the first on the ground. They stop him short of the marker, but there is a penalty flag on the field, so hold on. The officials catch that face mask penalty. The offense gets a free first down. The Jayhawks come to the line to start a fresh set of downs. From the shotgun now, here's a handoff inside, and he will be stuffed for no gain. Offense behind the 6 now on 2nd and 11 after the 1-yard loss. Scanning the field, it's Jenkins looking for his big tight end. Caught, he's wide open, look out. Finally get him way down at the 2. Nice pitch and catch. And now a timeout taken by the Jayhawks. It's their first. They have 2 more to work. Touchdown, Jayhawks. They strike first in this national title bout. A tremendous start for this offense, right down the field, into the end zone, handling the moment, executing in this national championship game. And both coaches told us the importance of a start in this big game.
Well, and you can't have a better start than you had right there. And we talk about momentum all the time. We talk about rhythm all the time. There is no better way to establish both of those than an early score. Terrific job of game planning and then execution by this group to stick it in the end zone early in this game.
The Rebels offense gets their first crack now. Not every team can handle the pressure of being a #1 seed. It takes a mature group of players. It takes a coaching staff that understands how to push the buttons of this team, which has been expected to win really from the start of the bracket, Joel.
Well, Chris, as we saw last year with Indiana as a #1 seed in this position, it took really bold decisions by their head coach, Curt Cignetti, and great play, in particular in crunch time, from Fernando Mendoza, their quarterback. I think the same will have to be true for this group here today.
Minuta's going to wrap up the first half here. Let's kick it now to Kevin Connors with our halftime update. The Jayhawks will kick this away to get the second half going. And it comes out to the 25. No return attempted there. And the first play of the drive now from the 25. Off the play fake on first down. That's reeled in. It's Lacey. They get him down, but the gain moves the ball up to the 36. They come up on first down. Clock running. Final minute here of the third quarter. From the shotgun, drops back. And it's incomplete. Even on a first down throw, he was under some heavy pressure. So second down after the incompletion. Throwing off play action. Wide open downfield. They bring him down, but a big chunk of yardage on the play. Still searching for their first touchdown of the game, but on the move now. It's 1st and 10. Quarterback drops back from the shotgun, looking for a receiver. With the catch, it's Lacey. He goes out of bounds. They'll mark it right at the 30. Pass complete for a first down. The offense gets a fresh set of downs. Drops back from the shotgun, looking for an open man. Receiver makes the grab. He's brought down quickly. A short gain gets them a few yards closer to the marker. The offense will line up. Chance for a couple more plays before the end of the quarter. Quarterback looking to throw it on second down. Finds that big tight end for a short pass. And they make the stop on what's going to be the final play of the third quarter. Kansas has the lead. We've reached the end of the third quarter in this national championship battle that has lived up to the hype. For the final period, let's check out the game stats. It's an option look. Pitch play to the back. And they'll tackle him for a loss of 5 yards. Here we go. Final minutes of this national championship game. Can this quarterback step up and become a hero? Second down, looking to throw it. Looking downfield near the end zone. Intercepted in the end zone. He's brought down quickly, but that takeaway is a huge play for this defense.
Well, that's certainly not what they drew up at halftime. You try to make adjustments as a coaching staff and really impress on your players. The importance of that.
Oh, he's bringing it back. He's in the clear. Here he goes. Inside the 40. At the 20. Inside the 10. Touchdown, Kansas. Way too much speed in that play. They continue to build the lead, and now they can taste it, closing in on an undefeated season and a national championship.
Chris, this really is remarkable, and I got to tell you, this is going to go down as one of the great seasons in college football history. You think about the 9 conference games, the expanded playoff. I know Indiana went 16-0 just a few years ago, but my goodness, to see this team accomplish this feat in this level of parity in college football, this is remarkable.
First play of the drive, they'll come out throwing. Looks left and finds his target there. And the offense will spend a timeout, stopping the clock with 22 seconds remaining. One play, and they're already past the 40, 1st and 10. Looking for a receiver. Caught over the middle. It's Fields. The offense spends a timeout here. There are 16 seconds remaining. Great start for the drive. Back-to-back explosive plays, and now another first down. Wants to throw it. He's running out of time here. Just flings it out of bounds, and the pass rush closing in. So 2nd down and 10 now from the 43 after the incompletion. And he's back to throw again after that incompletion on 1st down. Looking deep down the left side. And it's incomplete. Just 5 seconds left on the clock now. Not going to be easy here. Backed up a long way to go for a 1st down. Drops back, needing a 3rd down completion here. The ball falls to the ground, and we have a national champion. We're watching something this team will savor forever, not to mention the fans. The first ever national title for this program. You think about all the teams, all the times they came close, all the times they were nowhere near this. And finally, this is the group to come through and make history.
Chris, when I think about college football, and you and I have talked about this, you think about it being run by blue bloods and how difficult it is to break through and actually become a group that can call themselves national champions. So yes, the legacy at this program, that's obvious. But it's the legacy for college football. Now, every group that puts on this uniform will think they can also climb the mountain.
To punctuate another wild, exciting season of college football, one final salute for this season's national champions. For Joel Klatt, Holly Rowe, and our entire crew behind the scenes, I'm Chris Fowler. This has been a presentation of EA Sports College Football. Officially, your kings of the college football world and national champions, the Kansas Jayhawks.